Okay, so let's solve this DI set. Consists of 5 questions. So let's read out the data first, and we'll then move to the questions. Okay. Okay. The question says, study the given table carefully and answer the following questions. Okay, the given table shows data related to number of employees. So this is data related to number of employees, sales employees. There are types of employees: sales employees and marketing employees, as a percentage of total number of employees in the 5 different companies in 2019. So this data is of the year 2019. Okay, as mentioned in the question. So we have 5 companies. Okay, total number of employees working in this company is given respectively against all the company, and the second column says the sales employee, and this data is given in terms of percentage. So this is 40%, this is 35%, this is 40%, this is 35%, and likewise, and similarly for this column also. So this column belongs to marketing employees and this column belongs to sales employee. Now suppose if I want to find out the sales employees of company A, so how can we find? So we'll have to take the total number of employee and we'll have to find out the 40% of it, because in this column it is saying that 40% of the total employee working in company A is of sales department, right? So likewise for marketing, similar logic will be applied. Okay, what else we have been given in the question? And there is another note. It is saying the total employee in each company, that is equals to sales employee plus marketing employee plus content employee. So this is not done here, so we need to make another table over here. So there will be content employee, right? So say for example, how do we find the content employee of company A? Say for example, it is itself 100% composition. So out of 100%, 40% goes to sales, 10% is for marketing, so the rest of the 50% will be for content, right? So similarly we have to apply the same logic for rest of the company to find out the number of employees. So let's first find out all the data, then we'll move on to solving all the 5 questions related to this DI. Okay, so let's find 40% of this of 1800, which is 720. 10% is 180, and rest of the 50% of for content, so this will be 900. Okay, similarly for B, 24 into 35, which is 70 into 12, so 840. 15% will be 360, and for content 50%, so 50% of 1200 will be 50% of 2400 will be 1200. Okay, for company C. Okay, so 26 into 40, so 0 4 1040, again we have 20% is 520 and rest of the 40%, because we have already calculated the 40%, so 40% will be the same over here, because sales employee are 40%, 20% are of the marketing employee in company C, and rest of the 40% will be of content department, right? So no need to make redundant calculations, because we have already found out the 40%. Okay, 35%, so 35 into 36 will be 70 into 18, which is 0 6 1260. So again 1260, because we have already 35% calculated, and rest of the 30% will be 081080. And for E, it is 900, 45% will be 1350, and the 25% will be 750. So now we have all the data, and these data are enough to solve the 5 questions related to it. Okay, now let's move to the first question of this set. Okay, what it is saying that find the difference between total number of sales and content employee. It means it is asking that add the sales and content employee of A and C company minus total number of content employee of company D. So company D is here. So how many employees are from company D are of content? So 1080, and total of sales employee from A and C together is 720 and 1040. So it will be 1760, and content of A and C together is 1940. So this will give us 3700. So if I subtract 1080 from 3700, so we'll get our answer as 2600. Okay, so move to the next question. Let me erase this part. Okay, so second question saying that if total number of employees in company E is increased by 80% in 2020 over 2018. So in 2018, suppose there were 100 units of employee, right? So in 2020 it is increased by 80%. So now it is 180 employees, right? So average will be of 140. That is equals to what? To the total number of marketing and content employee in this company. In this company means in company E. So marketing and content employee, if I add this value together, so we'll get as 2100. And if I take average of this, we will not take average of this because this value is equivalent to this value. So if I compare 2100 is 140. So now what they have asked is find the difference, right? So what they have asked, find the difference of the ratio. So let's find the difference of the number of employees in company 2018 and 2020. So what was the difference? 80 unit difference was there. So it comes down to 1200, and number of sales employee in E was in 2019 900. So we'll have to take the ratio now, 1200 over 900. So the ratio comes down to 4:3. And this was the requirement of the question. Okay, this was asking the question, so we have reached the correct answer. Okay, now move to the next question. Okay, so total number of employee in company BD together. So sales employee, what they have asked is sales employee. So B and D, B is here, D is here. So B and D together is 2100. Okay, what percent more or less than the average number of employee in company A and D together? So average number of employee in company A and D is 1800 plus 3000 and divided by 2, which is 2400. So how much it is less? So 300 over 2400, which is 1 by 8, that is nothing but 12.5% less. Okay, moving to the next question. The average number of content employee in company A and B. So A and B content employees, this, so 2100 again, it's 1% more or less than the average number of sales in company D and E. So D is here, E is here, and sales is what? 2160. What they are seeking for average, so we'll take average of this. So 1050, and average of this number will be 1080. So what is the amount less? So we'll take the difference. So difference over 1080 will be 1 by 36. This is nothing but the 2.78%. It is clearly seen. Okay, now let's move to the last part of this question. Okay, this is the last question of this set. Number of employees company P and Q is 3 by 2. So in P we have 3 by 2, and in Q we have 6 by 5. Okay, of the number of employees in company B and D. So how many employees are in B? So 2400, and in D is 3600. Okay, so if I calculate, it will be 3600 for P, and for Q it will be 0 to 4320. So if I add all this 0 to 9 and 7, so it will be total number of employee working in P and Q together. So what they have asked is then find the average number of employees in company P and Q together. So let's divide this number 7920 by 2. So if I divide 7920 by 2, so half of 7000 will be 3500, and half of 900 will be 450, and half of 20 will be 10. So 609. So 3960 will be the right answer. So okay, now we are done with this TI. So we'll see you in the next video.